Okay, now let's create something from scratch for lighting. I'm going to create something from scratch, not going to make a copy. So click on plus sign here. Okay, it asks you, hey, what is your schedule type? What is going to be a new schedule type? Well, if you click on this this tiny window, you will see different kind of schedule types. Dimensionless, fractional. I already explained you like what is fractional schedule. Then you can have something like activity schedule. I will create one activity level schedule for you. On-off schedule, what you need for something like for fans. If you have some kind of HVAC system which gets on and off, you need to create this on and off schedule. Then capacity, clothing insulation, liner power density, percentage, pressure, temperature. We will create some temperature schedule for thermostat, velocity, and so on. So select fractional for now and hit apply. And now we can create some fractions here. I'm going to rename it properly, like something like restroom underscore lighting schedule. Okay, and I'm going to bring everything to 0.1. Let's assume that during unoccupied time the lighting schedule goes to 10%, 0.1, and then all of a sudden at 6 a.m. To 7 a.m. the lighting goes to 0.2. Then from 7 to 8 a.m. it goes to 0.25, and at 8 a.m. people start coming to my spaces. So double click here again one more time at 9 a.m. increase it to, let's say, 0.5. From 9 to 12 it goes to 0.9, and so from 12 to 1 p.m. which is lunchtime, my lighting power density reduces to 0.5. People turn off their space lighting, and then again from 1 to 5 p.m. it goes to 0.9. Then from 5 to 6, when people start leaving the offices, it reduces to 0.7. Then from 6 to 8 p.m. it reduces to 0.5. Then from 8 to 9 during some cleaning time it reduces to 0.35, and then from 9 to 12 a.m. it's 0.1 again. Okay, so we have created a schedule, very basic schedule here. Again, if you want to auto size your systems, you need to provide some design day profiles as well. For example, during winter, you can either copy the same profile what you created, or you can create a new profile. Let's say, like, we assume that during winters, please size my systems as if my restroom lighting is 100% on, which makes sense. Like, you want to size your cooling and heating based on that. So 100% for winter, and for summer you can either copy the winter design day profile or create a new one again. So I'm going to copy this winter design day profile and add it. So my design day profiles are there for lighting. Don't just design as if like this. You can just collect more information based on your own project. You can talk to your facility managers or your mechanical engineers or your lighting designers to get all this information. We are just doing some changes real quick, so just don't use everything what I'm showing you here. Okay, so go to default, just confirm the schedule again. All right, if everything looks fine, go to schedule sets, go to project San Francisco restroom from my model again, and bring this new lighting and drag it and drop it over this existing lighting one. Now we are going to create one more schedule, which is people activity. Go to schedules again. Either you can just copy the existing one, like for example this is medium office activity. You can see the default schedule is something like 120. You can see the unit is watt per person, which means a person will release 120 watt per hour based on this schedule. You can increase it, you can reduce it, but looks fine to me. Okay, I'm going to use the library method now. So I'm going to drag a default library template in my space in my project. So click on this library. In the schedule rule set, look for something which is like activity schedule. You can just go through it. So you can see this is let's just take this office activity here. So drag and drop in your this like on this left hand side bottom, you can see this box kind of thing. Drag it here and drop it here. Okay, so now we have provided some template, or actually like some information from library. You can rename it now. Okay, let's say restroom activity, and let's just like reduce this 132 watt per person to 60 watt per person. Hit enter. And for winter and summer as well, same thing, for even for design day profile days. Okay, either you can drag it and drop it using your mouse, or just bring your cursor over this line. When it's blue in color, just provide some information from your keyboard. So I'm going to hit 60 and then enter. Okay, now if you go to my model, you will see this new rest activity schedule in this my model space. Go to schedule set and go to my model, and that's where it is, rest activity. So drag it and drop it over this people activity. Okay, so we have created a new schedule set based on our own inputs. If you want to create some more, you can use any of these three methods. I have explained you something like copy the existing one, or create something from scratch, or provide something from your library. Okay, so there are multiple methods. In case you need to create a schedule set from scratch, exactly same thing, click on plus. Okay, when you click on plus sign, it brings a like empty template for you, the schedule set template. You can rename it. Let's say we need to create a conference schedule set, like conference, let me just rename it properly, conference room, conference space type, underscore schedule set. Okay, you can see everything is empty. So let's just bring something from library. I'm going to provide something from library first. Let me just look for some schedule for people from rule set schedule. So let me bring this office miscellaneous schedule. I can rename it, I can update it. Let me just bring this one first, office work schedule, and then people activity, office activity. Let's say I want to create something from lighting, so I can go to schedules again, create something from like scratch, create plus sign, fractional, apply, rename it to something like conference lighting. And this time let's just assume that the lighting for conference is always on at 50%. Okay, now go to schedule set in my model again, look for this conference lighting schedule. It is here in rule set schedule sets, drag and drop. Let me just go back to my conference schedule set, drag and drop, and then I can use some existing ones for electric equipments and infiltration. Okay, so do this, and what can I use for infiltration? Let me just see. Oh, there's one infiltration here. Okay, all right, so I have some information here. I can use this conference schedule set. I can assign it at space type. Okay, right now I haven't assigned this new construction set, the schedule set, to my space type, so it won't make any changes.